It's the holiday season again, where people are gathering together, showering one another with love, enjoying food, creating memories with one another, and waking up slumbering traditions. But there's a dark tradition looming in the air.
I have learned of a dark magic at work. The day after Thanksgiving, the mall is offering 60% off anything in the mall to the first 20 people inside. They are calling it Black Friday.
Woo, spooky!
Companies slash prices and market deals they say you won't get anywhere else, and we flock in by the masses, fighting over items like flat screen TVs and toys. We have traded buying water guns to shooting one another in the name of consumerism.
The shooter killed, among the injured, a 12-year-old girl.
Now we see companies opening up earlier in an effort to curb the Black Friday violence, but have increased their online presence in order to keep high profits. From Black Friday to Cyber Monday, companies are making fortunes off of those who are buying crap they may not even need, while struggling to make ends meet. According to the American narrative, the weekend after Thanksgiving marked the unofficial start to the holiday shopping season. There's a common myth that after an entire year of companies operating at a loss or in the red, the holiday shopping season, such as Black Friday, is when companies went into the black or creating profit. This is just an unofficial false marketing tactic. The first recorded use of the term Black Friday was related to the US gold market crash. Two Wall Street financiers, Jay Gould and Jim Fisk, worked together in order to buy as much gold as possible in the hopes of causing the price to go sky high with the intention of selling it and then making jaw-dropping profit. But the plan blew up in their faces, which caused the stock market to just free fall and cause widespread bankruptcy. We see the term again in the 1960s in Philadelphia used by police in reference to the increased traffic after Thanksgiving. This increased traffic by tourists and suburban shoppers was a result of the big Army-Navy football game that was held the Saturday after Thanksgiving. It wasn't until the 2000s that we see retailers adopt the term Black Friday and make hyper-consumerism into a holiday itself. We all know that corporations spend undisclosed amounts to know us better than we know ourselves. Former Burberry CEO Angela Ahrendts said, "Consumer data will be the biggest differentiator in the next 2 to 3 years. Whoever unlocks the reams of data and uses it strategically will win." The psychological term loss aversion refers to people's tendency to strongly avoid losses compared to acquiring gains. These are labels such as, "Only 3 left in stock," "Order now," "Available while supplies last," "Flash sale," "Today only." Corporations use marketing tactics such as dropping the price on a few desirable items with the expectation you won't stop there. Target CEO Brian Cornell said, "What I've been most interested in is what's in the basket." You look at people who came out for a specific, but then they've actually taken the time to shop for other categories, which is really important. The fear here is baskets or carts with one item. This is commonly referred to as the target effect, when you intend on purchasing 1 or 2 items from a store, but then you end up spending more time, thus more money than you ever expected. Companies such as Target lay out their stores strategically, where there is usually a Starbucks near the entrance which invites you in. Once done, the store naturally flows from one department to the next, causing your eyes to see more, thus more opportunities to add more crap to your cart you most likely do not need. Besides the financial effects of this hyper-consumerism season, there are environmental effects. With consumers wanting items quicker than ever and Prime pushing 2-day shipping, this increases the carbon footprint on the environment. Shipping items quicker requires more diesel using trucks on the ground and planes in the sky. Once we receive our items, we tend to dispose of our previous item, such as our cell phones, our tablets, and our home gadgets. These end up in landfills with the potential of toxic leaking out into our water, our air, and our soil. Even clothing items have an environmental effect. The term fast fashion, inexpensive clothing produced rapidly by retailers. These clothing items are cheap, thus are not durable, and with a handful of washes, they are thrown out. This leaves our landfills to be full of clothing. We also see the plastic impact. Plastic is in everything from toys to technology. Plastic is non-biodegradable, so it doesn't easily recycle into our environment. Thus, it just sits there in our lakes, our creeks, our ocean, our landfills, and everything in between. In our hyper-consumerism, hyper-materialism holiday, we constantly buy materials that we do not truly value.
Kiss my fat vagina!
Julia Score is a professor of sociology at Boston College and says, "We're in a world which material goods are so important for their symbolic meaning, what they do to position us in a status system. In other words, we're materialistic in the everyday sense of the word. but the least materialistic generation of people in the true sense of the word. This means we don't actually value the item itself, the function or the value it brings us as an individual, but what it tells others about us. It tells people, I can afford this, I'm doing better than you. This concept is coined to keeping up with the Joneses. Why else would there be videos upon videos of Black Friday and Cyber Monday vlogs and hauls on YouTube? Shopping has moved from a necessity to a game to see who can rack up more unneeded crap and or debt. I want to share with you some tips that I've implemented before and I'm currently implementing during this holiday season. Just a quick disclaimer, I'm not your parent, nor do I want to be, so I can't tell you and I don't want to tell you what to do with your money and your life. These are just suggestions, so do with them as you choose. Make a list and check it twice. Making a list prior to the holiday mania allows you to really assess what you need and what the hype is making you think you need. You may need a brand new pair of shoes, but I doubt you need a 60-inch TV when you have a 40-inch that works perfectly fine, or buying your child another toy when they have a box load. You can only truly play with 1 or 2 toys at a time. Don't participate. Most of the sales during the holiday season promise that there won't be sales like this ever again. But this is just a marketing tactic. They lure you in on a couple of nibbles and want you and expect you to feast on the entire buffet. Don't give them that satisfaction or your money. Invest in experiences. The holiday season is about taking a step back to spend time with your loved ones. Showing them you care by spending time with them is the most important way to show a person you care. This creates memories that no diamond ring or toy can recreate. Those are my tips and a little bit of information on Black Friday. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did enjoy the video and just my work in general, then I would highly appreciate it if you can support my work on Patreon. I'll be releasing content on there that I don't release anywhere else. The link will be down in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.